Food container lids come in different sizes, so they often end up stacked messily in cabinets, making them hard to find and taking up extra storage space. Instead of letting them pile up on the shelf, use a file organizer or divider rack to keep them neatly arranged. Simply mount the organizer inside the cabinet, then slide each lid into the separate slots. This setup makes better use of cabinet space and lets you see all your lids at a glance. Food container lids come in different sizes, so they often end up stacked messily in cabinets, making them hard to find and taking up extra storage space. Instead of letting them pile up on the shelf, use a file organizer or divider rack to keep them neatly arranged. Simply mount the organizer inside the cabinet, then slide each lid into the separate slots. This setup makes better use of cabinet space and lets you see all your lids at a glance. I repurposed a piece of old cardboard to make decorative lids for bathroom storage jars, saving money while making the space look neater and more attractive. First, I used a large glass and a small glass as templates, then traced and cut 2 cardboard circles to fit the jar openings. Next, I covered the surface with burlap fabric for a simple yet elegant look. To make the lids sturdier, I glued 2 cardboard layers together and trimmed the edges neatly with scissors. Finally, I attached a small stone in the center as a handle, making the lids easier to open and close. When placed on the glass jars, the lids fit perfectly and give them a much more polished appearance. Once finished, I used one jar for cotton swabs and another for cotton pads. These simple lids help keep dust away from the contents while turning ordinary glass jars into charming decorations for a bathroom shelf or vanity table. When hosting an outdoor party or letting children play in the yard, set up a drink station outside so everyone can easily grab a beverage without constantly running in and out of the house. This helps keep floors cleaner and drier throughout the day. To protect drinks from insects, dust, or falling leaves, place a cupcake liner upside down over the top of a cup or can, then poke a straw through the center. This simple cover helps keep drinks protected while still making them easy to enjoy. As an added bonus, everyone can choose a different cupcake liner design or a different straw color to mark their drink. This makes it easy to identify each person's beverage, prevents mix-ups, and helps reduce the number of cups used throughout the party. It's a simple, inexpensive trick that's perfect for backyard parties, pool days, picnics, and other outdoor summer gatherings. Tip: use lidded storage boxes to organize seasonal items. Items used less often, such as winter clothes, thick scarves, or lightweight blankets, can be stored in lidded boxes. The lids help keep clothes dust-free, reduce moisture, and keep everything clean for longer. I also separate items into categories and add labels for easy identification. I'm using this wooden divider rack to organize different areas around the house. First, in the bookshelf, I can use it to separate books into different sections. Standing the books upright like this makes everything look so much neater, and the books don't keep falling over anymore. Next, inside the closet or drawers, I use this rack to separate different types of clothes, like t-shirts, lounge pants, or towels. The dividers help keep everything from collapsing into each other whenever I grab something, so the closet always looks much cleaner. And in the kitchen cabinet, this rack is super useful too. You can store pot lids, plates, or cutting boards vertically instead of stacking them like before. This setup saves space and makes everything much easier to grab without having to lift an entire stack anymore. I'm using this basket to separate food containers and their lids. Before, I used to stack everything together, so every time I needed the right lid, it took forever to find. And the cabinet always looked super messy too. Now I keep all the lids on one side and stack the containers separately by size so everything looks neater and is much easier to grab. I'm also getting rid of containers with missing lids or ones I never use anymore to save more space in the kitchen cabinet. Before this, I used to keep all my earrings inside a small jewelry box, and it always became messy. Tiny earrings would get tangled together, and sometimes I could not even find the matching pair. Then I reused a clear round plastic lid and turned it into a mini earring holder. First, I used a tool to make small, evenly spaced holes around the lid. Each hole was just the right size to hold one pair of earrings, making everything look much neater and easier to organize. Since the lid is transparent, I can see all the earrings at once without opening or searching through a box anymore. Next, I started decorating around the lid to make it look more attractive and eye-catching. One added a few small stickers, colored edges, and some decorative strings so the plastic lid would not look too plain anymore. Even with just a few simple details, the whole piece looked much prettier and felt more like a handmade room decoration. After finishing, it was not only useful for hanging earrings, but also cute enough to place on a vanity table or hang on the wall as a small decorative piece. Finally, I simply attached each pair of earrings onto the prepared holes, and everything became much more organized. Every pair now has its own place, so it is very easy to grab the one I want without dealing with tangles or losing pieces anymore. The cabinet for pots and pans used to be really messy because pans, lids, and trays were always stacked on top of each other. Every time I wanted to take one item out, I had to lift the whole stack, which took time, made a lot of noise, and sometimes scratched the cookware. I tried using 2 adjustable tension curtain rods inside the cabinet, and it surprisingly made everything much more organized. I installed the 2 rods horizontally and parallel inside the cabinet to create separate sections for standing lids, pans, and cutting boards upright. Since they're adjustable tension rods, I just twisted them into place between the cabinet walls without drilling or using screws. Each lid or pan stays upright and easy to grab. I always store food containers together with their matching lids instead of separating them like I used to. I used to throw all the lids into one section, so every time I needed one, I had to test different lids over and over, which took forever. Sometimes I could find the container but not the lid, or I'd find a lid and have no idea which container it belonged to. So I changed the way I organize them. Every container now stays with its own lid. I usually fold the lid inwards or clip it to the bottom of the box so that when I take it out, it's a complete set. If a container is cracked, smells bad, or loses its lid, I just throw away the whole set instead of keeping it. It keeps the cabinet from filling up with random, unmatched containers, and everything is much quicker and easier to use. I repurposed a couple of old file holders to organize all my cutting boards and container lids inside the cabinet. By storing each item upright in its own section, everything instantly looks much neater. I usually dedicate one side to plastic container lids while the other side is used to organize cutting boards by size. It helps everything stay more ventilated, especially cutting boards after washing, so they dry faster and don't trap that damp smell. I really like this setup because it makes use of the vertical space inside the cabinet without buying expensive organizers. I used an old snack box and carefully unfolded it so I could flip the inside outward. I reused the plastic lid from an old wet wipes package and attached it to the top of a box to create a flip-top opening, just like store-bought storage containers. The lid is surprisingly durable, easy to open and close, and still stays secure even after using it many times. All you need to do is cut an opening that fits the lid and glue it in place, and the box instantly looks cleaner and much more functional. After that, I use it to store laundry pods, plastic bags, small toys, or random little items that usually end up scattered around the house. Whenever I need something, I can just flip open the lid and grab it right away without opening the whole box. I really like this trick because it reuses old materials while making everything look way more organized without spending almost any extra money. Don't throw away your 1-liter milk cartons after finishing them, because the caps often fit perfectly on many regular plastic or glass jars in the kitchen. Just remove the cap section and attach it to a jar, and you instantly have a super convenient pouring container. It's such a simple trick, but surprisingly useful, especially for storing rice, cereal, beans, spices, or other dry ingredients you use every day. Instead of struggling to pour things out and accidentally spilling them everywhere, now you can just open the small cap and pour smoothly, much faster and way less messy. Your kitchen shelves will also look more organized and uniform, and you get to reuse things you already have at home instead of spending money on special storage containers. Even a simple soda can tab can help save a lot of closet space. Sometimes the closet is just too small, and after hanging a few outfits, it already feels packed, right? But with just a soda can tab, it makes a huge difference. First, I remove the cap from a soda can, then hook one side of the tab onto the neck of a hanger. The other hole at the bottom, I hang another hanger onto it, and that's it. So instead of using 2 separate spots for 2 outfits, this trick saves a surprising amount of closet space. It's especially perfect for small closets or tiny rooms,